Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as the title suggests, Josslyn versus Kristina. What team are you on? What side are you on? Who are you rooting for in this scenario? That is the question of the night. Now, we're going to be simply talking about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. Let's do a quick roll call and get this started. Ooh, let's see. Freddy's in the chat, how you doing tonight? Cherry Ice Cream's in the chat, how you doing tonight? Danny is in the chat, how you doing tonight? Black Mars in the chat, how you doing tonight? Danny R is in the chat, how you doing tonight? Dolomex is in the chat, how you doing tonight? ZK is in the chat, how you doing tonight? Justin is in the chat, how you doing tonight? Ed the Bank is in the chat, how you doing tonight? Ida is in the chat, how you doing tonight? Let's see. Lashonta's in the chat, how you doing tonight? Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, Black Man. Gorgeous Queen China's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Caesar is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Richard's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Crystal is in the chat. How you doing tonight? I didn't forget about that other video though. Yeah, Janet, it was crazy. Alyssa's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining on. Yeah, it was. It was crazy, Janet, but it was crazy in a good way. Richard, how you doing tonight? But yeah, I listen. Whenever we sit there, whenever Brock gets the time again to do it, we'll sit there and do another live stream. Monique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Jason listened to Danny and hearing Danny when Sam doesn't. Yeah, Sam is. Oof, she's still in that Karen energy. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Alyssa. And when he was talking about the gates, um, he was speaking facts. He was speaking facts. But yes, he was speaking facts. It was funny. Gorgeous cat ladies in the chat. How you doing tonight? Oh no, Alyssa, it was funny. Alyssa, he was just joking. He was just joking, so don't take it. I hope you didn't take it the wrong way. Lashanta says Albert pregnancy is not a disability, and Christina poked the bear. You don't argue with a pregnant woman, like. Oh my goodness. Yes, I am loving. I'm loving. Yes, Freddie, I'm loving that. I'm loving that new picture, Janet. Listen, I asked if he was from the hood because he kept saying he hears something bad. No, I know. I mean, to be fair, listen, I didn't sit there and say this yesterday. I'm not in the hood. I'm actually in the suburbs, somewhat the suburbs. Kelly says I did my first live stream today. Uh, well, damn, I wish I would have been there. Let me know when you let me know when you do one again. I'll watch it. Yeah, Ed, it was hilarious. It was a good time last night. Oh no, it was funny, Alyssa. No, we had fun, and that's what these live streams are about. I'm glad you did your first live stream. I wish I would have been there to actually see it though. Justin says Dex wants to be a cop. Does he? Oh, that'd be what's up, Alyssa. I'd definitely be in the crowd. Lashanta says if you know you're pregnant, stay in your lane. That's exactly why TJ's whining now. I don't understand how we okay. I don't understand how we okay in arguing with pregnant women, but okay. I mean, I get that she shouldn't have sat there and started it, but if you know this woman, that's like to saying a disabled person pushes me, but because they're disabled, I shouldn't sit there. It's okay for me to hit them back. Come on, boo. Juanita says, "Hey Albert in chat. I think Christina's going to start spotting bleeding from all this stress, but she's not going to lose the baby." Alyssa, I will be talking about other souls defending Nina, Spencer, and Trinity. I imagine you would. And Alyssa says, "I'm Team Christina." Okay. Oh no, I get that, but I'm just not there saying like I get that. But again, if somebody hits me, if somebody who's disabled, if somebody who's disabled hit me, am I supposed to hit them back? Come on, love. I think I might have saw it. Was it Y and R? Well, listen, it was better than yesterday. It was better than yesterday. Um, I just, I know a lot of people. Some people liked it. They're just not for me. Like the certain moments or whatever. They don't do anything for me. And I knew that I couldn't sit there and be positive about the episode yesterday, so I was like, I'm just not gonna review it. As said, Jocelyn just lucky Christina's pregnant because Christina definitely would have slapped the taste out of Josh's mouth. What you thought of Bold and Why Not today, Alyssa? Freddie said Chrissy was drinking a cocktail at Brooklyn's bachelor party. I thought when a woman is Freddie, she didn't actually drink a cocktail. No, she didn't actually take a cocktail, Freddie. Monique says, I think we all have blindness when it comes to our parents. We choose to see the good and not the bad, even though we know the bad parts is true. Yes. Yeah, I was enjoying Y&R. I was enjoying Y&R. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I can't do Ashley and that new personality. That whoever thought of that idea needs to be fired. Jonathan was good. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what. Like, we get to see her new personality. Oh no, no, that's cool. I would just want to clear that out. But it's like she was doing some sort of southern accent. I was just like, no, 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 this isn't working. And GH was okay show today. Oh no, I mean I like that part. Listen, I couldn't do today's personality. It just wasn't working. Like that new personality needs to go. Honestly, Albert Sam just needs to give Jason a chance to be a father. They both need to find a balance. Jason needs to be more consistent. Sam banning Dana from Jason. She needs to shut up about it. Yeah, I agree with that too. Ed said Everest split personality showing, and Steffi caught it, and Jada was too busy to notice that he was cool with being called Bobby. Then he said, "You remember my coffee order?" Yes. Gloria's in the chat was good. And Alyssa, that comment's for you. Lashanta says, Albert, do you think Molly will prosecute Sonny? I do. I do. Because, it's going to give her a story. It's kind of stupid that, even though it's a conflict of interest, she's doing it, but it gives her a story. So, yeah. Yes, Lashanta. Even Christina said that. It's like, oh, he wouldn't sit there and hurt a feeble old man. I was like, that feeble old man tried to kill your grandfather. What are you talking about? What you ain't like about it, Danny? Yes, I saw that. Listen, and then especially towards the end, he was sitting there looking at that photo. I just, I wonder where this is going. Um, I'm not hating it so far. It just like whatever personality it was, it just seemed like it just came out of nowhere. It's like he just start acting all weird. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you, Danny. DK said, "How would Danny feel about Molly prosecuting his dad? He's gonna be pissed." What's good, Darby? Yeah, Dolomite. That's what I was saying. They're gonna give her stuff. Is just prosecuting her dad. Freddie says, "I mean, even though I wasn't here, but I saw your stream last night with you, Kyrie Brock. Your all was hilarious, especially Brock. He was such a fool." Yes, thank you, Freddie. Yeah, no, it was a good stream. We actually had almost about 70 people in the stream yesterday. Like it was crazy. Justin says Sam needs to get it together, otherwise she would lose her relationship with Danny completely. Jason would never encourage his son to join the business. Yeah, she's on something. And for a whole hour, you have to sit there and listen to her whine. Like, uh, Autumn says, Albert, I do not like the writers are having Laura be so sympathetic to her Cyrus, considering he put her. Yeah, exactly. It's out of pocket. But honestly, to tell you the truth, Autumn, she's been out of pocket since she was supporting. She's been out of pocket since she's been supporting Esme. You know, you've been out of pocket since then. So like this Cyrus thing is just a latest list and just the stupidity that they're writing Laura into. Johnson says, I think signing the Bobby Stein name triggered Everest a DID and it turned him into Bobby. Well, if they did that, the way they did it was stupid then, because we should see some sort of transformation, not just we come into the episode and now he's just acting all weird. Darby says to me, or does anyone else wants to see Bobby or anyone kick Race behind? Not a fan of Rafe or Raphael. Um, just keep in mind again that if I do miss your comment, it's nothing personal. There's like 43 people in the chat, so I'm going to probably miss your comment. But if I do, I'll probably get to your next comment. All right. By the way, how many likes do we have? Okay. Okay. Well, I cheated, so we got 12 now. I got 43 people in the chat. So if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. What you don't like about him, Darby? You've been watching the show longer than me, so I'm very curious on your take on that. Maybe Alyssa, I'm getting so confused. Danny says, Albert, I was at the live yesterday. I was just wanted to tell you, and you guys talked about actress playing Sam from J's that she should go. Why not? Yeah, Danny, that's what Kyrie is saying. Monique says Sam needs to take some accountability for herself as well. She knew what she was getting into when she got with Jason. Exactly. She doesn't do that. And then it's like she whines throughout the whole episode. It's like, dude, nobody wants to, like, no one cares. That's what, like, every time they kept putting it on Sam, I was like, great, she's going to be whining again. Freddie says, Albert, then police officers at Chase Bachelor Purge looking at Dex like they wanted to beat his butt. saying you're not welcome here, you're not. Yeah, exactly. And part of me was like, I understood it, but the other part of me was like, yo, y'all guys are acting like a bunch of high schoolers. Like seriously, y'all acting like a bunch of immature high schoolers. I'm glad he wants a job so bad, because to be honest, if I was in Deck's position and I didn't want that job, I would be like, yo, listen, F you, F you, F you, F you, I'm out. I'm not, I don't have anything to sit there and prove to you jackasses. Well, how was he, but Darby, how was he threatening Stephanie? He put him on notice. I mean, it's not like Stephanie is this upstanding citizen that rape just came in and started bullying. Juanita says, I think TJ is going to talk Kristina out of the case. He thinking of his baby's health. Kristina or Molly? Yeah, I'm like Freddie. I'm like, yo, bro, yeah. He also was the person that did also save Dante, and yet they still act like children. I'm like, come on, bro, y'all doing too much. Alyssa says Jaden needs to watch it because if it wasn't for her and Rafe coming to Bobby's place, Bobby wouldn't have given her back the divorce papers. It almost looked like he threw him in the. It almost looked like he threw him in the garbage, though, Alyssa. Then he says, I would disagree about that idea because if you were going to make a move like that, it should be a 2 for 1 for Sharon or 3 for 1. Okay. Uh, well, Carice is the one that said it. So you can say what's up. You could tell that to Carice. Speaking of Carice, the one and only, the G, who held his own last night, who brung his A game. Exactly, Alyssa. I saw that. I was like, bro, you signed it. And then he just threw it away. I was like, the hell? ZK said Josh is going to get Dex killed by telling Dex and Sunny's business. Well, apparently, Dex is under Jason's protection for whatever that's worth. Deluxe was good, Deluxe. Yeah, I said in my review because honestly, tell you the truth, if they weren't doing that, there was no point in those two being in the episode. Darby says B taps, B tops Albert. Or B plus tops Albert. Freddie says Albert Spinelli knew he couldn't dance out. Actually, tell you the truth, yeah, I really did not like that episode yesterday. Kyrie's, yeah, I remember you saying that, but Darby says B plus. Oh, okay. Um, I, all right. I thought you was gonna stand by that other thing though about the Nate and Tracy thing, which honestly, tell you the truth, I felt the same way. I just was not gonna put it in such a very crass sort of way as far as those two hooking up. I'm glad you did, Freddie. God bless your heart. Seriously, God bless your heart. Deluxe said Josh is such a hypocrite. She hates Sonny for what he does to people, but it's okay with Jason. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I can say that. Listen, no, he's definitely sus. Autumn said you're right, Albert. I can't believe we had to sit there and hear Sam blank for a whole hour about Jason this, Jason that, Jason. Basically, Sam said she was jealous of Jason because Jason listens to Danny. Exactly. I was just like, yeah, that's exactly why I was they call her a Karen. You know what it is? You know what it was, Freddie? I'm just gonna be honest. Somebody was sitting there looking for my review yesterday, and I was like, here's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to sit there and actually be a party pooper because I didn't have anything positive to say about the episode. And people were saying they're writing in the comments in my post when they're saying they liked it. I was like, all right, that's good. That works for y'all. But there wasn't a damn. The only thing that I actually did like was the drama part. That's the only thing I actually liked was the drama part. But I mean, somebody said it was fun to watch, and I was like, okay, but there's certain things that I like and I look for in an episode, and it just was not there. Alyssa says, like GH, what? Carrie says, I do feel the same way, but when DC said, but actually, you changed your mind though, Kyries. You went from, okay, here's the thing. You went from, I want those two to be tearing their clothes off to, okay, yeah, yeah, I guess they could just sit there and just be friends. But so that's what I was saying. It's like your energy was here and then it went down there. It went from you want them to sit there and have this passionate love making scene to, okay, well, I guess they could just sit there and be friends. That's what I meant by that. I thought you was gonna keep that same energy throughout that conversation. I rewatched that scene like 5 times today. Jada was good. Alyssa, did you watch yesterday's episode? Because I mean, well, let me just know if you watched yesterday's episode. As says, I'm tired of Sam thinking she can boss Jason around. See, that's my whole thing. I wish Jason would sit there and start to get a backbone and be like, you know what? Listen, this is my son too. This is not just your son. I don't care that you was sit there raising him for X amount of years. He's also my son, and he needs to sit there and start getting a backbone and putting Sam in her goddamn place. What's good, Jada? How about Victor kidnapping Jordan? And yes, see, that was a good scene. That was a good scene. You know, my whole thing is today's episode was better than yesterday's episode, but I can already sit there and see where that conversation is going. You know, the sad thing, Alyssa, that was literally the best part for me because everything else was just, well, for me, it was just boring. Kids was in bed because all the ladies were so whiny. You know, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question, Alyssa. I mean, he found Harrison, so I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, we can kind of take our time on trying to find Claire. I don't have anything against her, but um, Kelly says yes. Jason needs to step up. I don't know why he is going to protect Dex. You know, and that's the thing, Freddie. I felt like she was drinking, but she wasn't too drunk though. You know, because she was totally fine when she got to Jason's place. Yeah, and you know, honestly, that you that's what I said in my review. I was like, I know no one's gonna sit there and want those two together. Freddie says, well, lightly drinking, yeah. Yeah, no, no, no. Definitely light enough to sit there and be like, yo, listen, I don't like you. And yes, she sat there arguing with a pregnant woman. Like, okay. Then he says, Sam drives me nuts. I don't understand why she's doing this, and Jason is the father no matter what. Because she's entitled like there's no tomorrow. And she knows that Jason is not the type of person that's going to sit there and really push back. That's my issue. Freddie says, please let us give something else for Josh to talk about besides Tony is tiring. They're a future couple, super couple. I made it clear they would raise the ratings as a couple to 6 million. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna let that go. I'm just gonna let that go. I'm let that go. I'm let that go. I'm gonna change my mind by the end. Oh, there. Okay. That's not what I saw, but I'm just gonna move on. Um, Johnson says, as weird as the Everett DID started, I think we're going to get a good performance from Blake out of it. Well, I'll keep hope. Monique says, sober words are drunk people's thoughts. Jada says it seems like the new writers need to watch the OGs because they are just rewriting history at this point. Yeah, they apparently they did that with Sunny and Karen. Lux says, and Sonny's not a business. Is he actually wrong for feeling the way he feels about Dex? Nope. Nope. And that's the thing. Both of them, Josslyn and Kristina, both made valid points. Like they were both wrong, but they were also both right. It says, hopefully Everett's storyline gets better when he switches between Bobby and Everett because they did a good job with Abby. So hopefully Everett's storyline gets fleshed out better. Hopefully. I think it was just a little jarring today, you know. Bambi was okay. I can't deal with people sitting there placating Steffi. You know, you have Hope and Finn being like, "No, we know that Sheila's dead. It's just that Deacon's acting." Like, why? Like, why we need to sit there and protect Steffi's feelings? And then she gets all bossy, sitting there telling like Deacon what he's supposed to feel like, sis, stop. Yep, Alyssa, I fit. Yep, I feel the same thing. At least, you know what? I'm getting to a point where it's like you got two personalities and two women. I'm starting to get confused. Johnson says, I can say about Sam at this point, it's lots of luck to her when Lulu wakes up. Yeah, they don't. Listen, but it's the problem is they keep doing it every day and everyday stuff. You're just like, no, Finn. I mean, Deacon needs to sit there and stop his talking. He needs to sit there and just stop thinking. He needs to stop grieving. He needs to sit there and just keep his thoughts to himself. I'm like, who are you to sit there and tell another grown ass man that's older than you what to do? And actually came to his job and practically told him off to sit there and tell him to shut his mouth. I'm like, you can't be this delusional. Justin says what makes the Newmans think they're saints, what makes them think they're better than Jordan and Claire. Yeah. Hopefully Finn will sit there and at least think about the possibility. See, my whole thing is like with with Steffi, this isn't the first time that she found out that Sheila was alive. So the fact that whatever. Mika, yes, no, yesterday it was hilarious. Doesn't hurt to write. He's his father. What are you talking about? He's Danny's father. Sam is not the only sole parent in this whole situation. As much as she loves to sit there and try to act like she is, Freddie says, "Oh, a Claire Huxtable from the Cosby Show will be a good matriarchy." You know what I was gonna sit there and say also? Nia Long, Soul Food. I don't know if you ever watched Soul Food. I think she'll be good for the gays. Lashanta said, Albert, my friend, said Steffi said she's glad she was dead in front of Finn and Hope. Yeah, that chick has no tact. Um, it just gets to a point. It's like Steffi, you doing too much. Oh, that was such a good movie, but it was also kind of stupid though. Like, you think about it. Big Mama died from having bad food. Do you know what they did at the end of the movie? They didn't learn a damn thing. They still kept eating the same food that put Big Mama in the ground. Johnson says that Everett and Bobby's story could also lead into finding out about his father. You know what I was always hoping for? Ava's Ava's other son's father. I was always hoping for that. LaShanta says I was Sam said Jason broke her heart twice. Yeah, exactly. You know, part of me is kind of like boo-hoo. Like, seriously, boo-hoo. I remember when she said that. I was like, I rolled my eyes. What's good, Gemini? Wow, you got a new icon. Okay. ZK says, I can't wait to see the names of the cast of the gates when it rolls out. Yeah, you and the world. We're gonna be sitting there waiting with bated breath. Kyrie, so if you're still on the stream, let me know if you are doing a live stream tonight. Monique says Stephanie wants to control people's emotions. If we don't feel the way she feels, it's a problem. Yes, Fen may not find the way she does, feel the way she does about Sheila, and that's a problem for them. That's a problem for her. So yeah, that's the problem for them. Yes. Ah, okay. Jonathan says yes, days wasted a good storyline. I always wanted that to happen, Jonathan, because I felt like he could have, like his son got killed. And Ava didn't give two ish about that. That would have been killer. Freddie says something Rush played a lot of bougie characters. I can see her playing a role on the gates, just my opinion. No, no, no. I would like that. I love the actress, Freddie. That's always a classic show for me. Queen Jess is in the chat. How you doing today, Lady J? Johnson says I rewatched. Carrie says I rewatched well when he said the mole on her body. I was waiting for Solomon to join in. I'm used to defending Tracy's weight, but his his gripe was her age. That kind of caught me off guard. Um, either way, Kyrie, it was a fun stream. I'm not even gonna sit there and get on that. It was a fun stream, and you held your own. You brought your A game to the table, so you 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 killed it, my friend. Oh, good. Good. That's some good news. They can go away for a while and get that girl some damn therapy. Gemini says I watched some clips from the bachelor party and Jay's knee rhythm real bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Lois is doing. Jess said Jay's didn't do much for me. Jess, what did you thought of yesterday's episode? Did you like it better than yesterday's episode? Monique says the way Sam talks about Jason, there's some underlying feelings that she hasn't addressed yet. Yes, she's with Dante, but she still needs to really talk to Jason. She trashed Jason today, and I was like, "Boo, that is the father of your damn child. Like, are you thinking about that when you?" Hmm. Darby said Curious was waiting for Robin to save the day. Curious says, however, I did held it down with the three of y'all was trying to come for my girl Wendy. Oh no, we weren't trying to come for her. We were just simply saying that she was boring. And the sad thing is that I said that from the beginning. I said that from the beginning. It was Jonathan. I had nothing positive to say, so I didn't even bother to do a review on it. Shaquita says Deacon should have kept the secret to himself. Let Steffi, Reg, Liam, Finn, and Hope be surprised when Sheila comes. He should have. Well, Krista, we can agree to disagree on that. Yes, Jess, it was fun. It was fun. Brock was going in. Brock is a trip. I was like, Brock, I was trying to be nice, and Brock was like, yeah, see, that's your problem. I was like, oh, okay. I thought I was just trying to be nice one here. Johnson says Sonny and Jason will chat again tomorrow. Yeah, that should be interesting. Um, and thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. Freddie says I've been people on Facebook is something else. I read it and they said Jason is a complete deadbeat. I'm like, what? No, he just absentee father, but people just want. Yeah, that's why. It's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, granted, see, Freddie, this is why I don't go on those. This is why I don't go on Facebook because I'm not. No, I'm good. I have a hard enough time going on Instagram. Just said Brock is a lot of fun. Yeah, no, Brock is something else. Brock had listen, Jess, Brock had like half of the chat dying, but he also has some really good points about the gates, though. And Kyrie's that comment is for you from Alyssa. Danny says Albert not a fan of the writing team from GH and watched the story about Sonny and Karen and they got it all wrong how she passed away. Yeah, I heard that they retcon stuff, but see that's the thing. Regardless if it's a retcon, that's the new history. Like, okay, they changed the history, but that's new history though. Yeah, Alyssa, nah, he's funny. Alyssa was yo, Alyssa was like, Brock, are you in the hood? Alyssa had me dying when she said that because Brock was like, you know what? Let me just stop before I take that personal. Brock was like, yo, listen, there's literally two other black people here, two other black men here. I think Alyssa kind of knows I don't live in a hood area though. Brady says I'm not part of Facebook, but I just read the comments sometimes. Yeah, I mean, technically both of y'all from the hood, but Brock was like, why I gotta be the one pointed out? Johnson says more cast members are set to return on days. Just oh, nice, okay. Oh yeah, for how you doing tonight, Amber? No, listen, that makes sense. That makes sense, Alyssa. Alyssa, with Brock Herring stuff was a dead giveaway, but it could have also been Kyrie. It also could have been coming from Kyrie stuff. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I remember Jonathan. I think either you or somebody said that. LaShawn says Victor Newman tricked Jordan and chloroformed her. Exactly, just like she did on Claire. So I really like that scene, LaShawn. I know he was just joking with you, Alyssa. I just thought it was funny. Don't worry about that, Alyssa. I'm not gonna sit there and let him come at you. I got your back. Yeah, LaShawn, the new personality. Freddie says Albert Albert live stream last night was not a BG-13. Brock said a lot of explicit stuff on there, which I will not repeat, but it was killing me. Yes. Oh no, here's the thing, Freddie. I already knew that. Oh, I know this. I'm just saying. Oh, of course, Alyssa. Once you do that, you know you're in. So you're in the end. Well, Alyssa, you're always in the in crowd. But yeah, no, Freddie, no, I already knew that. I'm like, what the hell's my damn drink at? You know, LaShawn, somebody else said the same thing too. Somebody else said the exact same thing. I remember you said that in your stream. I actually thought you curious. I was surprised you did a live stream. Are you doing one tonight, by the way? I don't know if I asked you that, but are you doing one tonight, though? Alyssa, yep, that means I'm in the in crowd, like I'm officially in a circle. Alyssa, you've been in a circle. You already know that. Yeah, Darby, for some odd reason, I'm just like, what else my damn drink at? Ed said yesterday's live stream was good, and you guys should do another one. Oh yeah, I definitely want to. Yeah, definitely want to again. Johnson says I just heard that the CW is getting a new show like Cops. They kill me, Jonathan. They straight up kill me. Oh, sorry to hear that, Kyrie's. Like I said, I'm surprised you did one yesterday. I'm surprised you did one yesterday. Alyssa, I was recognized by Brock, so that means a lot to me. I felt so special when Brock clowned me. And ZK says, Alyssa, I'm jealous. Oh, don't worry. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, ZK. Next time that Brock comes through, I'll sit there and make sure he clowns you too. Okay? I'll make sure I tell him that before we start. You know, part of me would be kind of sad. Not so much for the CW, but for people losing their jobs though. Well, I just cat lady. I want her to. I want ZK to be a part of that. Okay, ZK, I will. I remember that. Yeah, yeah, I did. Exactly, Kyrie. Here's the thing. Every time that Brock comes through, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I always know to do that. Like, even when I had James on a couple of times, I already knew to just not monetize it. Freddie says, I love drunk Tracy on the dance floor. Okay. I'm glad somebody did. Oh, God, I'm not gonna. It's like you liked it, so that's the important part. Danny says, Albert, I got you a point where you saying, but in my view, I think they were all wrong on the storyline. That's all. Jonathan, I don't see that happening. A series on TV? No, I don't see that happening. Um, Alyssa, speaking of James, his buddy got dragged on Twitter yesterday. Which one? Was it Flowball? Was it Flowball? Was it Matt? Who was it? Oh, oh, then that's good then. Yeah, that's good then. That's so bad, but I really don't care. That's good. Alyssa, that actually brings me a very warm feeling. Thank you. Just as why would Kristina wake Molly from? Here's the thing, Jazz. They both made points. No, it's a nice thought. I mean, yeah, no, Chris, I'm not. That's definitely an out of pocket thing. I just don't like the idea. Like Sam, you're not. Sam acts like she just runs ish, and I'm not a fan of that. Alyssa says she called my Mewtwo the bee, and what? Harry says, I try not to swear when I'm on your channel, but out of respect for you on my channel, I swear like no tomorrow. It's all fun, but still, that's just, well, of course. No, I mean, I appreciate that, Kyrie. I do. Um, yeah, so that's good. Alyssa said Angela mutual out of her name on called my mutual out on her name. Darby's Sam. Alyssa Angela deleted her tweet after she got it. Mm. Yeah, she's. Oof. The sad thing is, Alyssa, I could really go in on her. Like, I just wouldn't do it. But she's the type of person that would make me want to go in on her. Like, no holds bar. Just as I was confused how Blaze was the second important person in Chase's life. Ooh, okay. Well, she must have been drinking to be sitting there saying stuff like that. Ah, damn. LaShawn said Josh was sober when she came to see Jason. My whole thing is Josh, and I'm gonna say this again because I know some people don't like hearing this, but I'm gonna say it and say this again now. Why are you arguing with a pregnant woman? Just says, Albert, why are you coming at Josh for arguing with Kristina when she started? Just how often do you argue with pregnant women? Darby says, I don't know, Albert, because at least Steffi has more airtime than Sam. You got a point. But just I get that part, but the chick is pregnant. I'm not arguing with a pregnant woman, even if they came at me first. I feel like that's just out of pocket. This isn't the first time. This is the second time that she's done that. Well, here's the thing, Crystal. She's the one that had a baby with a mob enforcer. So in all reality, I really don't care about her feelings. Just as I don't care if she's pregnant, her mouth works right, so I would still hurt her feelings. I'm gonna get to that comment in 1 second. Are you wilding, Shanta? That's what I was listening to saying. Listen, mm. See, I'm not. I can go in on her. I'm not going to, but it just shows me that the woman has no class. Freddie says, I don't watch Days of Our Lives, but Jason's on both shows. Yes, John. Yes, that's the run. I mean, yes, Freddie, that's the running joke. That he's protecting both Carlys, Ava and well, Laura Wright. Darby says, but you're a guy, Albert. You should know better. Know better about what? Oh, but know better about what? Just I don't know why I don't know why Josh would feel bad. I would be happy. You'd be happy that you argued and you hurt a pregnant woman's feelings. The shot that keeps Nita saying that's not a um thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ, at least somebody has some. ZK says LaShawn, the pregnancy can be stressful on the body. Josh know better. Yeah, the person that's going to be a future doctor should know better. Jess, what the my lord. Darby says, Angela, arguing with a pregnant woman is a bad look. Exactly. First of all, it is. It's just a bad look. It's like it shows that you have no class. Okay, she's coming at you. Walk away. The last time I checked, Josh has two ashy feet. She could sit there and take her ashy feet and she could sit there and walk away. I do it all the time. If I don't feel like arguing with somebody, I take my nice, smooth skin feet and walk away. No, Danny, I don't. I have no interest whatsoever. Like none. Zero. Nope. I can't think of a mean thing to say right now, Danny, but just no. Just as the person carrying the baby should know better. Just said, where are you getting these ashy feet? Where did you ever see her feet? I Darby says, why did you describe your feet like that, Albert? Proud of you, Darby. You goddamn right. I am proud of my feet. Yes, I am. I'm just being real, Freddie. Alyssa said I got a screenshot where Angela said one of my friends screenshotted her tweet before. Alyssa, when you get a chance, could you send it to me? I want to read that ish. Just okay. I wish I was drinking something stronger. Ooh, thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate you. Well, I always appreciate you, but I appreciate you. Freddie, I'm just being real. What's good, Duan? I'm not calling you that. I'm calling you Duan. Yes, you are a very smart and educated woman. Why are you endorsing arguing with pregnant women? You know what, Freddie? I feel like I do because I'm just like, is it my imagination or is just co-signing arguing with pregnant women? Stress on a bit. Just you too smart for this. You know what? Tell me that you either you're trolling or are you had a couple of drinks. Johnson says someone made a prediction that Josh will cause Kristina to have a miscarriage. Well, I would sit there and be dragging her through the end of time for that. Lashanta said Chrissy can walk away if she did. Josh wouldn't have said something she didn't want to hear. This what we doing now? Look, Lashanta, this what we doing now? We endorse and arguing with pregnant women. Is that what's hot in the streets now? Oh my lord, I cannot believe you actually just said that. You know, Jess, I'm gonna sit there and take it that you're drinking tonight, or you just had a long day. Freddie, that's the only way I'm able to sit there and process this level of foolishness. And that's for you too, Lashanta. This what we're doing now. We just out here in these streets just get into arguments with pregnant women. I can choose to sit there and walk away, but the stress is bad for the baby. Yeah, I think I continue to sit there and argue with her. That's a smart thing to do. Maybe Jocelyn shouldn't actually sit there and be a doctor at that point. Just says no one is endorsing arguing with a pregnant woman, but if you talk ish and can't fight because of your condition, then keep your mouth shut. Just as why she care how she feel why she cares how she feels about Sunny anyway. Why is she not there trying to drill in the fact that um Sunny's a bad person? Yes, I'm watching it now. I'm like halfway into the last episode. Well, the current one. Jocelyn says, "Who do you think will catch on to Everett the ID first?" I would say Stephanie. Darby says at least they ain't whooping that. But Darby, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like at this point, there's certain people that would probably endorse that ish too. I'm just saying. Lashanta says, Albert, Chrissy knows this but can't help herself. Okay. Then Josh will sit there and walk her little ashy feet away. The so-called future doctor. Curry says if this was real life, Sonny would definitely had Josh jump by now. Just as I thought the argument was dumb, like they both trying to convince each other who Sonny is. No, no, they're both dumb. It's both dumb. Like here's the thing, Jess. They both have valid points and they're both wrong. The difference is you're arguing with a goddamn pregnant woman. Oh my lord. Johnson says Drew spent more time with Jordan again today. Yeah, it's their chemistry test because to be honest, they really weren't needed in this episode. Like they generally contributed nothing in this episode, except for yesterday's episode was worse because nothing happened in the episode. Freddie says a person should walk away instead of arguing down a pregnant woman. That's the sensible thing to do, no matter if they're wrong or right. A light bulb should have come on and said, "I'll be the bigger person." Exactly. Thank you. My goodness. Thank you, Freddie. Give me a very sensible answer. Oh Lord. Well, thank you for clearing that up, Freddie. I appreciate you. Someone's thinking sensible. Darby says, I've seen women beat up pregnant women. Yeah, that's definitely out of pocket. No, it's not. I mean, Freddie, it's not just your opinion. Exactly, GK, to be arguing with a pregnant woman? No, I agree with that opinion. Unless to say yesterday was Matt and who throws a bachelor party at an axe place while they're drinking. Kristina could have walked away. She's pregnant. That's why you got to be the bigger person. Anthony said, "How you doing, buddy? Did you see my?" No, I'm gonna try to check it out tonight. Just says, and maybe the pregnant woman shouldn't put herself in a situation that can harm the baby. I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna let this go because here's the thing, Jess. I know you actually have. I know you actually do. I know you're a lot smarter than this. So I'm gonna let this go. You know what? I'm gonna be the bigger person and just let this go. 'Cause you yeah. Lashanta says, Abby, you pick and choose. Yeah, I'm picking and choosing something sensible, not, I was sitting there saying you shouldn't argue with a pregnant woman. Oh, God. Darby says, I mean, Danny says, Harry says, I got your back from the Albert. There will be a round two of this Josslyn assessment. I got you. I just don't understand how we endorse and arguing with pregnant women. Danny says, Albert have not been James Channel because I don't know something about him. It's just hard to explain. Tell you on Instagram. No, Danny, I just don't believe in. Um, here's the thing. First of all, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't have time to go to James live streams. Barely. I usually in the daytime. I don't have time. Second of all, I have no reason to sit there and ever go to James live stream ever. And I've said why, but it's a. Um, no, Danny, I'm gonna be nice. I'm not even gonna sit there and go in on James. Jocelyn said Joss was disrespecting Kristina's father in her presence. It only makes sense that Kristina would want to take a stance. I get the argument. I do because both of them have points, and both of them are right in certain aspects, and both of them are wrong in certain aspects. So if it wasn't for the pregnancy part, I would have been fine with it. Cat Lady said, "Yeah, I want Josh and Christine to fight, but not now. She's all pregnant now." Exactly. Alyssa said, "You're too nice, Albert. Like you're too nice about Angela." I'm trying to be nice. Mm. I've already said all the reasons why I would not go to James' live stream, but it's the last thing that I would ever want to do, like ever. Freddie says, "I stand by 10 toes down, no matter what. If the pregnant woman is right or wrong, a light bulb should come on in your brain and say walk away." Exactly. That's why I don't understand that. Like, listen, I get you don't want to be. Yeah, I just. Oh no, listen, I don't give a damn about that. I don't care if I'm on this guy's side. I'm not afraid of that man. You should be afraid of me. Curry says exactly. There's no point in sitting through a grown man begging. Thank you. On his bad side. Johnson says, "Will Sheila be found eventually?" Jonathan, you know how it is. They got to sit there and find a way to get the ratings back up. So, oh, you heard what I said, Joss. You heard damn well what I said. I'm not afraid of him. You should be afraid of me. Lashanta says, Albert, did Kristina go to Joss? Did she start? It's called being the bigger person. Is that just not a thing anymore? Like, that's my whole thing. Like, is that just not a thing anymore? Like, I get it. Somebody comes at you, you want to come back and at them back. But there are situational times where it's not a good idea, you know? Like when you're pregnant. Dory says, you know what's worse than watching a pregnant woman in a fight being a man stupid enough to break up that fight. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, I do have principles, and I have respect for myself, which is why I want to be in the stream. I actually want to do something like that for. Ah, I get it. I get it, Darby. You being funny. Alyssa James was. Harry says closing in at 682. Views yesterday. Probably, but like I said, it was a good stream though. It was a good stream. Um, you know, we all did our part. So Danny says he can be a tough person to talk to in the live stream. No, he can be a jackass. Let's not sugarcoat that shit. Jay Blue was good. He can be a tough person. No, he can be a jackass. Tough person, my ass. Darby says a little bit, Albert. Freddie says Officer Carly doing all this talking about she wants to be an independent woman, yet right she refused Sonny's Michael Drew's offer, but of course if it's Jason, so give in quickly and took it back. I know a lot of people are disappointed by that too. I know a lot of people, even we were talking about it yesterday, a lot of people are disappointed with that. Jay Blue says, I'm trying to read people's comments about Kristina and Josh. Um, well, just bottom line is Josslyn decided to pick a fight with a pregnant woman. And for some odd reason, some people in the chat are actually okay with that. Oh no, Kristina, I can be a dick. But we're not exactly on the same level. So let's not do that. Let's not go there. Lashanta says, I'm glad Josh knows she should have less Dex where he was. Yeah, Freddie, a lot of people were. Even here's the thing, Freddie, even people who are well, I know you're a Carly fan, but Johnson says so Ava and Harris are going to break in somewhere. Well, my whole thing was like, I don't know what they thought they were actually going to accomplish in today's episode. Oh, let's go in there and try to go one at a time to try to find the book. Like, the restaurant is open. There's people walking all around. Y'all just paid for some overpriced food and didn't get anything out of it. Like, okay. Listen, but it's a problem where Christina comes for an intoxicated woman. I don't get it. All right, here we go with this nonsense. Darby says how they're supposed to get over it and make up if they don't let their feelings all their feelings known. See, now Jay Blue says to be fair, Christina went up to Josh, and that's very true, but Josh couldn't help herself sticking it to Christina while she was pregnant. Okay. Good night, Crystal. Johnson says, "How do you think Christina will prove that Gabby is innocent by finding Kristen by finding the real killer?" Well, I get it. I get it, Crystal. I mean, I get it. I get it, Kyrie's. Um, because Alyssa said the same thing on Sunday. I get it. I mean, I disagree, but I get it though. Freddie says, "I'm a Carly fan, but I'm not going to ignore the fact that she always lets a man help her, either if it's Jason or anybody else. Those were those were just words, but she didn't keep her word, Albert." No, that's true. Um, I still can't believe she actually sat there and tried to compare me to that jackass. I should have been petty and just blocked her too. I'm like, what the hell is happening to my damn music? Yeah, I was about to sit there and say Dear Blue because I knew she wanted to be like, well, technically, Sonny did order Dex to sit there and try to kill the feeble old man now. Still, but I called James a jackass, and she was like, "Well, what are you?" I was like, I was like, sweetheart, don't go there. Don't do that. Like, don't you dare sit there and compare me to that. I'm like, cat lady, I'm trying to be nice. Alyssa, Josh was drunk but Christina was pregnant because Josh has a mouth, so it's like she gets away from talking crap about Sonny, but Christina gets demonetized for coming in Josh's face. Lashanta says Albert talked about how Nina was going to try and void the contract. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Nina was doing too much to sit there and keep a man there. What's good, Jakaris? To keep a man that just wasn't worth it. Jay Blue says it occurs to me also that Josh needs to stop telling people what Sonny asked Dex to do. That's true. No, I went back and I blocked him. I thought about it all day and I was like, you know what? I just don't want to deal with that. This is what it comes down to. I don't think he's a bad person, but I know. You know what, Kyrie? I'm a messenger. Alyssa, I mean, Kristina is pregnant, present tense. Well, I was trying to be nice, ambassador, but not gonna lie, I got a little annoyed. So, um, yeah, Jakaris, yeah, we do. Let me know when you're free. Alyssa says, "Who you blocked recently? I didn't mean the kid. What's his name? That starts with an S." Yeah, I thought about it, but I was like, because I feel like he's going to do something. Like even if he doesn't intentionally try to do it, it's just gonna wind up happening. And I really don't want to sit there and do a back and forth. But yeah, Jakaris, whenever you have time, you let me know. Johnson says, and who's going to run Bobby's now that Carly has her half? Oh, that James. I don't know. It just is that topic just pisses me off. Like it really does. Jay Blue said Christina doesn't have a high risk pregnancy. Why do people have to be in eggshells around her? It's just, here's the thing, Jay Blue. It's just not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you got to be the bigger person. Like I wouldn't sit there and argue with a pregnant woman, even if they came at me sideways. Like, you know what? I'm just going to just, sometimes, a lot of times, it's just better to walk away because, yeah, she's not a high risk, but it's not good stress stuff. That's what it comes down to. Darby says Nina did two things right, Lily. She sold her part of the hotel and signed the papers to end their marriage. But Jess says Christina knows that too. LOL. Hold Christina accountable. I, I don't I don't mm. You know I got nothing to say, Jess. I got nothing to say at that point. Freddie says a weak way to end the marriage between Sonny and Nina just because Nina confronted Ava. It should have been Nina catch. Yes, that's true. That's true. That I will sit there and say is true. That would have been a lot more soapier than what they got. Just I can't. I don't understand how we're just okay with just arguing with pregnant women, no matter who starts it. Johnson says, I bet tomorrow Ava will give Sonny the divorce papers Nina signed. True. Debbie says that's what you get for having. I just, but that's the thing though. Like ZK saying the same that I'm saying. Like, here's the thing: if we minus the pregnancy part, they're both right and they're both wrong. Like they both make valid points. So my argument, my issue isn't so much the fact that one person's more right than the other person. Josh has a lot of good points, and so does Christina. What exactly, ZK? Alyssa says, let's point out since Josh wants to point out about Sunny being bad, what about her Uncle Jax? Her Uncle Jax and her mother, what about her brother and Jason? They all are criminals too, not just Sunny. I mean, like I said, they got good points. They do. But Freddie says, Albert, it makes sense when Carly signed the divorce papers when she called Sunny. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because that was very soapy. Yeah, I kind of felt like that's what you meant. LaShanta says Sunny told Chrissy don't engage with Josh, but she can't help herself. Okay, LaShanta. All right. Danny says Abba joined Team Nina. Yep, that's right, Danny. Hashtag Nina Nation. Okay. J Blue says, how old was Josh when her uncle was around? Did she have a relationship with him? Hmm. I'm good, Amber. How are you doing? Oh, I got you. Jess says, I hope you keep the same energy. Christina goes up and starts another argument. Mm. Oh, Lord. Jess, you are something else. Curry says, do you think most fans will really boycott the show? Um, I think it would just be weird. Curry, it's not. I'm trying to be nice. I think it would just be weird. But why? I thought you didn't want them to have a physical relationship anymore. Lashanta said you wasn't with Nina yesterday. Lashanta said you wasn't with Nina yesterday. I don't. I don't get it. Yeah, but here's the thing, Lashanta. Here's the thing. I can point out a lot of stuff that Nina does, but I can still be Team Nina. I can still be Team Nina. That, Lashanta, you know me. No one is spared the rod. Jay Blue said Joss dumped Dex when she found out what Dex was going to do. Yeah, Joss isn't exactly a smart character. Lashanta said, did Joss lie, Albert? Because Chrissy said she did. No, she didn't lie. Um, when did I not say that? Just say your Nina isn't a smart character either. Oh Lord, this is coming from the woman who thinks it's okay to argue with a pregnant woman. Okay, all right, that's yep, that makes sense. That's right, love. Nina Nation up in this. Okay, I, maybe I should have actually brought a Drake tonight. Carrie says, "LOL." When I'm ranting about Tracy, I got a confession. I never actually visualized this until Brock brought up the mole on her body. I tried it with when I was trying. Okay, I'm glad we got to that point. Absolutely. Alyssa, I would sit there and say team entertainment. Freddie says it's about time, Albert. You need a drink. Yeah, clearly I need one. Um, Freddie says I feel bad for Yeah, well, of course, yeah. I don't understand that. No, but to be fair, listen, they can be dingbats at times. They can be entertaining dingbats, but they can be dingbats at times. Thank you, Jenna. No, yeah, yesterday was fun. Yesterday was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Just says not all pregnant women, just this one. Lasanta says, Albert, do you think Nina will go after Ava? Yep. Alyssa said they could be smart dingbats. I don't. I, I don't. No, no, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, love. No. Janice said DCU Brock and Kyrie's. Yes. No. Kyrie's killed the league yesterday. Curry says it killed me to admit I was trolling. You know how stubborn I am, but I got to stop the BS. I tried that with my mom, and she shut down. Okay, well, she's a smart lady. I can see it. I mean, it's kind of cliche, but I can see it, though, Janet. I can see it. I mean, it'll keep her on the show longer. Ooh, could be Zende's baby. Okay. Exactly, and hmm, you know how some people handle that. I just don't think that Sunny is like. Here's the thing. Nina was never built, Darby. Nina was never built for Sunny's life. You didn't really. How can you sit there and say that? You didn't sit there and say my Wendy. How come that energy wasn't there yesterday, Kyrie's? You didn't sit there and say your love for Nina for Wendy yesterday. I was kind of waiting for that. Jay Blue says, why should Finn be ashamed of herself? Which Finn are we talking about? Freddie says, there's so many people on Facebook hating Lois, saying, "Oh, why is she still here? Not needed." I don't see what's the big deal. It's actually like Lois, she's just here to be there for her daughter's Brooklyn. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm not enjoying it, but I understand logically why she's there. Have a good night, Jay Blue. Yeah, no, she's not. Dory, she's not, and she fell in love with a fantasy. That whole montage was so stupid. Just as Lois hair looked ridiculous yesterday. The way she was dancing looked ridiculous. Harry says I did definitely defend Wendy yesterday when you, DC, and Brock said, "I know I didn't hear you sit there and say my Wendy or my love my Wendy. I didn't hear that. That's the energy I was expecting." Then he says, "I'm just going to be doing one video on my channel because lately every time put two videos not getting any views." Yeah, just try one video. But Danny, again, I've seen your channel get views, but they go up and down. That's the YouTube game. You're not going to get instant views all the time. J Blue says I wasn't saying that. I said, oh, my bad. Alyssa, Wendy needs to be interesting for me to like her. I only like her when she was in scenes with Kristen today. Yeah, I mean, it's almost kind of sad, Alyssa, that they needed. You know, and Kyrie says, Danny, you have to be patient and consistent for your channel to grow. Don't get discouraged. Yes. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Kyrie, 100%. Yeah, is that exactly, Darby? I was waiting for that same energy with Wendy. Jane says, "Why doesn't Kristina stay away from Josslyn? Kristina thinks her daddy is perfect. I wish Kristina would stop putting the baby's life in jeopardy." How you doing tonight, Jane? Okay. All right. I know, yeah, but that's a sad part, Alyssa. When it takes another person to make. I'm glad you saw that face, Jess. Glad you saw that face. Glad to hear it, Jane. That's the thing, Alyssa. When it takes another character to make that character interesting, that's the problem. And I've been saying that for a while. I'm like, she would have been. Alyssa, you know, my whole thing is she hasn't been interesting since Beyond Salem. And I said that for a hot minute. They're still probably going to do it, Jay Blue. I'm assuming. Freddie says Albert Ava spitting facts. Nina, though, Nina saw what she wanted out of Sonny, aka Mike from Nixon Falls. And also, Nina kept saying she can handle Sonny's life, but the God, honestly, honest truth is you can't. Yeah. Hopefully, if he's not dead, Alyssa. I don't know. People keep. I mean, my whole thing. Here's the thing. Yes. Okay. Yes. Christina should have sat there and kept her distance, knowing that she was pregnant. Right. So I'm not sitting there letting. I'm not letting Christina off the hook. But for the person that's supposed to be so-called future doctor, and you're arguing with pregnant women, come on, boo. You know that our emotions are running high. Why don't you be the bigger person since you see this person has a belly with a baby inside? What the? But no, we're just like, hey, Christina, you should sit there and take better care of yourself. Yeah, we all know that. Josh, what's your excuse? Just said, how about no? How about no? Okay, Jess. Danny says, Albert, Team Luna from B&B. Why are you Team Luna for? LaShawn said Lois needs to get a job at Deception. Lois needs to go back to Brooklyn. Lois needs to go back to Brooklyn. That's what Lois needs to do. Darby said, did, did Josh change her mind about being a doctor? Well, if she didn't. It's definitely not going to be a good look. Just said Christine is a terrible psycho anyway. The baby would have been doomed with her as a mother. Wow. LaShawn said Josh was drinking. Chrissy wasn't. She wasn't drinking that much. she she knew what she was. I Alyssa, I can't. I can't. I feel like, well, I don't. I'm glad I'm not the only person alone in this, but Jesus Christ. Cherry Skin said no. It's needs to grow up. Lois needs to go back to Ben Stein. Lois needs to after the. Here's the thing. After this wedding is done, Lois needs to sit there and take the C train, the B train, whatever train she needs to take to get her ass back to Brooklyn, back to Ben-Stuy, wherever the hell she's at. Well, yes, Jess, he's going to be upset, but to be fair, he's been an idiot, though. Freddie said Lois is staying, but then hopefully they give her a better storyline. Darby says, I think Lois doesn't want to go back to Brooklyn. That's why she stays here so long. Oh, Ben's nurse. Oh, okay, then yeah. Well, my whole thing is just other. Give her a better storyline, or take it back to Benston. Bensonhurst. Bensonhurst. Jesus Christ. Alyssa, this Christina and Josh feud is next. Carly is next. Nina and Carly is so. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Freddie. She's on contract, and then hopefully they give her a good storyline. LaShanta said because you're constantly making excuses with Christy when she. Okay, LaShanta, I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say this again, LaShanta. No, I don't think that Christina was right in approaching Josslyn. Not once, but twice. Not once, but twice. So no, I don't sit there and think it was right for her to do that. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was immature, and I thought it was risky and just irresponsible. So I'm not just sitting there dragging Joss, but I'm like, you have to be the bigger person. Just say, yeah, it's so forced because why you beefing with a 20-year-old anyway? Shouldn't Christina be mature enough and walk away? I swear, Jess is gonna give me a nosebleed. Kyrie says I got video proof of calling her my Wendy. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Kyrie is coming in with the receipts. Thank you, Alyssa. I'm being dead serious. Like, thank you, Alyssa. Lisa says, I wish Days had showed Harrison Ray face when Ava spoke about Rafe shovel. Oh, stove. Pretty says, y'all still arguing about who's right and wrong about. I just. Oh, okay. Have a good night, Jay Blue. Okay. Well, I'm a look for it then. Jess says, and Christina shouldn't cause stress on the baby. And that's true. To be fair, Alyssa, that is true, right? Like she did walk up to her, so I get that. That's where you have to be the bigger person in a situation. Yeah, and the thing is, they're both right and wrong in a lot of ways. Because what you call it, like Josh, Josh has some facts. Freddie, I'm gonna need two. Danny says Albert never liked Wendy some days. That's not true. That is not true, Danny. I liked her when she was on Beyond Cell. Is when she got to Days that her character started to go downhill. Alyssa, yeah, true, but Josh in her mouth. Yes, that's true, Alyssa, but Chrissy got him off as well. If we're gonna be honest, Chrissy has him off as well. The only difference between the two is one is pregnant and one isn't. That's just how I see it. They both have a mouth. And to be fair, Alyssa, way back in the day, Johnson was I mean, Christina was worse. Christina was worse. Freddie said three. Oof. I remember I had more than three, Freddie, on a weekend, and it did not end well. Darby said this Josh Christie Civil War is splitting up this chat. Well, that was the topic. To be fair, Darby. Now, Kyrie said Josh wrong at everything she. Okay, that's kind of extreme, but again, this is why I look at it and I'm like, back in his thing. As much crap as I would give Josslyn, Chrissy was way worse back in the day. Way worse. Freddie says, "Well, yeah, trust me, Freddie. I had more than three on one Saturday, and it did not end well. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on an apology tour for a very long time." Well, it's cool, Jess. I'm pretty sure you spell agree with just Agee. That seems right. Why'd you change it for? It looks crystal clear to me. Darby says Abby is turning his supporters into. Oh, oh. She couldn't wait. She couldn't wait to use that one. That's good. That's good. Darby says Albert Boss, AK bad influencer. I'm very proud of that. Thank you, Darby. She couldn't wait to use that. Freddie said they're not doing enough with TJ. They're not. Jess said I was waiting. Yeah, I give you that. I give you that, Jess. I give you that. That was good. Touche on that. Harry said Jocelyn and Eden are both ungrateful thieves. Jocelyn's shop lifted when Carly was in Ferncliff and Eden robbed. Damn. She did. She did, Freddie. Not even gonna lie, Freddie. I couldn't even sit there and say anything. I was like, oh, okay. Wow. Um, and LaShawn says, where's Phyllis at? Because you like Phyllis, right, LaShawn? LaShanta just says, I'm never letting that go. You gonna forget about that. You gonna forget about that soon, Jess. Trust me. You gonna forget about that. I know you. You'll forget about it. Yeah, I was waiting for that one, Tyrese. Deluxe says ultimately Josh has daddy issues. Freddie says I remember when you Albert saying from yeah I yep I did. And Freddie, you know the best part is about that? Just actually time stamped it. Like she actually time stamped it where I actually said that too. Because that's how sweet that Jess is. Not only Jess is a sweetheart. Well, Kyrie's when we do another one, you can sit there and bring that up. LaShawn says, "What's Chrissy's excuse?" She's pregnant. She's pregnant. I feel like that's Oh no, Cherry, listen, she got me good. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. I give you that. I give her that W. She takes a lot of L's from me, so I'll give her that W. Freddie says, "I will never forget yo." Kyrie says, "Kyrie's Brock almost like Brock was like, yo, no, don't add DC because he's on that foolishness with Kyrie's. Just says from one woman to another is when I learned something new about. Uh, okay, I see you. I see you, Jess. I mean, I also see that you're condoning arguing with pregnant women, but it's cool. It's cool. I misgendered myself. You're endorsing arguing with pregnant women for some odd reason, but it's cool. Cool, love. It's cool. I get it. You all got our morals, and you know. Darby says, "I can't wait until Kristina drops that kid out of her." So, damn, that's dark. Freddie says your name should be Alberta since you. Okay, good. I like that. I like that. I know she just did not. Just said, "Come on now, let's be." That's good. That's wow. Listen to say, get it how you live. I was hoping so, Kyrie, because he came in like a day before. I think like a day or 2 days before. So like that would have been perfect. Alberta Bostic. Okay. So I guess Freddie is giving me my drag name now, so that's good. I still can't believe she actually wrote that shit. You know what? I was hoping so. I want to pin that comment. Hold on. Because he came a couple of days before. Well, was my there we go. There we go. Have a good night, Kyrie's. Okay, I don't need to hear my voice. Um, Garby says, "Oh, I get it. I've misgendered himself, and then tells women what to do." See, now you get the joke, Darby. I still think it's out of pocket for what Jess is saying, but okay, music. You know, Alyssa, I got to give credit's due. She got me good. I don't understand how she's sitting there endorsing, people arguing with pregnant women, but she got me good though. And thank you, Darby. Yes, make sure you hit that goddamn like button because it really does help. Freddie says it suits you since you said from one woman to another. Yeah, that's. She is not gonna let me live that down. Lashanta says, "Why Chrissy don't ask Sonny? Ask Sonny what? Unlimited. Josh is wrong, and the story on mainly levels she inherits her Hippocratic father, Jax. Oh, of course, Freddie. No, I got you. Now we good. Uh, well, I'm gonna end the yeah. All right, so I'm gonna end the stream here, but I do want to thank everyone for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Appreciate y'all all. This was actually a fun night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good night, Lashanta. Have a good night, Freddie. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Darby, Unlimited, Lashanta, Deshaun, Cherry Ice Cream, Darby, Freddie. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Alyssa. Darby said, this somewhat explains your mind, your feet. Well, to be fair, Darby, I do have some very pretty feet, so. Wow. Jess says, good night, Mrs. Miss. Wow. You know, Alyssa, I gotta give her points of style. I gotta give Lady J points of style. Have a good night, Lisa. I mean, have a good night, Lisa. Have a good night. Yes, Darby. They're very pretty. All right, have a good night, Ambassador Sam. Have a good night, Darby. You know, just as true. Have a night, Cat Lady. Have a night, Freddie. Have a night, Darby Unlimited. And yeah, and Cat Lady. I will see you in the next stream. Oh, have a good night, Unlimited. Laters. And thank you, Freddie. Thank you for joining.